Hello and welcome to Beyond. So before I get started this week and I have a look at our indicators, I'm just going to go through the disclaimer. So please feel free to read along as well. Beyond Trader LLC is strictly a research publishing firm. Information we publish is based on our opinions plus our quantitative models, statistical and financial data, and independent research. This service is not registered with any financial regulatory agency such as the SEC or any other organization or governmental body. By using our platform or our services, you acknowledge that we do not provide personalized recommendations or advice. Alternative asset classes are volatile investments and carry significant risk. Please do your own research before making any financial decisions. Okay, so this week I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. And even though I will be looking at a couple of our indicators, I will be doing it on TradingView this week. So, in case you didn't know, we have a Vanguard 3.0 product which you can monitor in real time. And today I'm going to be having a look at the 12-hour time frame on Vanguard 3.0, and I'm also going to be overlaying it with our DMoc indicator. So, if you are a member of Beyond, you can have free access to the DMark indicator, but the Vanguard 3.0 on TradingView is sadly a paid product. So the good news is that you can anyway, if you are a member of Beyond, you can reach out to us and get access to the DMark. So let's, I guess, first go through the reasons why I'm looking at the 12-hour time frame and also combining it with the DMark for confirmation. So the 12-hour time frame, if you have a look at our quantitative framework that's newly published and featuring Vanguard 3.0, the 12-hour time frame, according to our investment thesis and back-tested results, is highly robust. It means that we see strong signals coming in on the 12-hour time frame for four coins in particular. Those coins in particular are Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and Solana. So today I'll be taking a look at all four of those coins on the 12-hour time frame, and I'll be breaking it down. Basically, what we're seeing, or what I'm seeing rather, on the 12-hour time frame through the lens of Vanguard 3.0 and also on the DMark indicator. So, in case you didn't know, red, the first red bar that you get, that's your sell signal. Any other color than red starts to show up. That's your opportunity to exit the market until you see the next either red or red or green candle, and then you take a position in the market and you ride that until you see the next color change. So as you can see, since we've had the dump in the market towards the 60k level, we've been seeing lots of blue showing up, but crucially, there's been no 12-hour buy signal. But if we overlay DMark here, I think there's a few signs showing up that there's certainly some possibility that we could be getting some higher prices. So in case you didn't know, when you see the 9 count to the downside and also a triangle underneath it, that's letting you know that the buy signal is perfected. So if we cast our eye all the way back to Thursday of this week, we can see that the DMark 9 signal got perfected. The previous 9 did not get perfected, although the market moved slightly higher. When you get perfection in the DMark signal, it generally translates to a higher propulsion target. So I guess the key point to note is that the down trend is still extremely strong, and we can see here that the last perfected 9 signal did not last very long, and we got a couple of 12s, I guess a couple of 12-hour bars that moved higher in blue, but obviously no green showed up, and the downtrend soon reverted. So obviously, I'm extremely careful about what I say in this market because it's very hard to predict, and I'd much rather be on the sidelines. But if we have a look at what's going on with Vanguard 3.0, there's lots of kind of like these blue bars letting us know that things are more positive than negative. And with the 9D mark coming in, I think it further increases a pushback um, against the bears, who have had several opportunities this week to break underneath the 65,000 level when they couldn't. So for me, that kind of sets the stage for a potential push towards maybe the 73 or 74,000 area as starters. And I think an interesting comparison to the period that we're that we're in now would be the kind of I would say the mid-November period, all the way up until obviously the breakout occurred towards the end of January. And we can see here it's not a dissimilar period, lots of blue showing up and sideways consolidation. And when we did start to see the first kind of green bars emerging in the market, only then did we genuinely get an attempt to push to the range upside. But then we got failure as obviously the green signals dissipated on the 12-hour time frame, and we can see from there, if you were to sell the market on the red signals, it was some good profits to be had there. So generally, I would say there's no real reason to get too excited about these DMoc signals showing up without any green in play, and bear in mind what has unfolded over the last few months. But it just for me highlights the increased possibility that we could see some movement higher. And I think a good way to overlay that as well is to have a look at these other timeframes that are qualified as being as highly robust against XRP, Solana, and Ethereum. So if we look at XRP, it's pretty much a carbon copy of Bitcoin, really. We can see lots of blues, but no meaningful buy signal turning up anytime soon. But it gets more exciting if we overlay the DMark because we do have I guess, coming in very close to a 13 count, which is exhaustion. And you'll note that the previous 13 and 9 failed, but it's just showing you that with the 13 on the horizon, which is letting you know that downside exhaustion is showing up, then that further increases the possibility of a rebound. Although there's no meaningful buy signal showing up on the 12-hour time frame, and you can see that last 12-hour signal, even though as impressive as it was, it just faded out very quickly. So again, I remain very skeptical about the market, but it's still handy to see what Vanguard is saying. So if you look at Ethereum, we can see here again a 13. So it's letting us know that Ethereum is exhausted on the 12-hour to the downside. However, we're still in the orange color, which typically denotes getting ready to turn bearish. But however, the 13 is there. So we do need to note that. And if Bitcoin is going to go potentially as high as 73, 74,000, then we could easily see a 2,200 to possibly 2,400 Ethereum. But again, it's too early to make those kind of assumptions in the market. And finally, Solana, obviously a coin that's heavily dogged down at the moment, and we can see that there's no meaningful signal at the moment. I mean, the perfected 9 played out rather well from the 78 level all the way up to 90, so that was okay. But at the moment, that's kind of faded away and it's counting back up again, but there's no exhaustion coming in. But you can see, I guess, according to Vanguard, there's no meaningful buy signals in the market at the moment, but the DMark is what we're paying attention to because it just increases the possibility of these coins moving forward. And obviously, Bitcoin being the leader, and especially in bear markets, it tends to flex its muscles first as risk taking is very low. So traders want to see what Bitcoin is going to do. Obviously, as I said there, we've got the triple bottom, we've got the multiple downside failures next week, this week rather, and we've got the perfected DMoc buy signal. It's certainly not within the realms of impossibility that the price can head towards that 73 to 74,000 area. In general, our other flagship indicators, such as Atlas, are also improving. And I would say that the long versus short ratio at the moment is not conclusive. But again, Vanguard on the 12-hour time frame, if we see some green showing up, then that will be the primary signal letting us know that there could be some more upside coming through if we see this green candle starting to emerge. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing this week. Stay safe out there, and again, keep your eye on these DMark signals. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again next week.